Hello there everyone, AnthWolf here with some more Final Fantasy XIV, playing as my red mage Evane Jouberault, here in the patch story content for the Stormblood expansion. That sounded more enthusiastic and more energetic than I actually feel, but you know, I've got to put effort into these things sometimes. Oh, and I just realised my desktop audio was still muted, my bad. There you go, that's better. So, where we last left off, we were drawn back over to the far east, to Kugane. To Doma specifically, it seems the Garlean Empire had sent a diplomat, an emissary, to discuss peace between the Empire and Doma, recognizing it as a sovereign nation once again, if they could agree to a prisoner transfer. And of course they desired the acting viceroy Yotsuyu. Yotsuyu of course seems to have lost her memory, though the emissary was her stepbrother, and he seemed rather maliciously keen. Would that be a good objective to use for her to recover her memory and be her normal sadistic self? So, let's see how that comes about. We're about to go into patch story content 4.3, also known as Under the Moonlight, and we are still starting here in Kugane. So, what have I done between streams just to make it just to keep you all informed? I have done a little bit more of the unique instances known as Eureka. I got to level 20 yesterday evening. But it's split into 4 instances, and the next one, called Pajos, I believe, the first quest there starts at level 21, so I'm going to be grinding in the first instance, Amenos, a little bit longer, probably over the weekend, before going into the second of the 4 instances. So, we can close the chat window down slightly, because I kept that open. And, okay. Who are we speaking to? Maybe we need to go into the Ruby Bazaar. Aha, yes, Alphino. Gosetsu and Tsuyu. Alphino has important news to share. That's right, the Empire would also like the Domans to police the Red Kojin and prevent them from summoning their primals once again. Yes, I did. Was it with protein crystals though, or was it with Amenos crystals? This is true, it doesn't take much to get either. Yeah, what am I sitting on right now? Yeah, I only have 548 protein, but I spent a lot getting the Mergulus Animos. Yeah, once you hit level 19, elemental level 19, if you get a gold result against Pazuzu to get his feathers, you will get 3 feathers just from doing it once. So I thought I'd have to do Pazuzu 2 or 3 times, and I was lucky to get 3 just from 1 fate reward. Okay, we've been summoned to the dock, southwest of Namai. Yeah, because I have 1,600 Animos crystals, which probably translates to about 3,000 Protean crystals, maybe. Oh, also, did I show this before? Flying T-Rex. Don't ask how it works, it just does. I'm dyeing my company chocobo right now. Yeah, I sometimes play with a red mage. It's quite good because you have the raise ability, the raise, and I play sometimes the role of the Rezer, of course. Also, because later on at high level you need to sync yourself down to the boss's level, and the ads tend to be 5 levels above. I just tend not to sync, and I just deal with the ads that spawn just to give everyone else a bit of peace of mind while I deal with the boss. I did it a couple of times yesterday. So we need to get ourselves over to the Dormant Enclave, it seems. So there's plenty of unlock quests that we need to do. We need to speak to Soroban. He seems to have some way to make some money. We have Precious Reclamation here. We'll probably look at these after the patch story content. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Because your healing is based on your... yeah, on your potency and such, on your piety as well. So you'll be item synced down to 300, but it's still pretty decent. Okay, let's discuss the prisoner exchange. Oh. Gosetsu's still grievously wounded.
Open wide now.
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai. I enjoyed them in my youth.
persimmon.
Oh no.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
Yotsuyu's gonna go to Namai, isn't she?
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not...
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
When he got shot in the back.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man. Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
So the Garlean ambassador's coming back. Of course, his mask slipped, unlike Tsuyu's. He hates us for what we did to the Crown Prince Enos, who we discovered, with not confusing player knowledge with character knowledge, is somehow alive. We don't know how. Either they retrieved his body and he didn't slit his own neck enough, or with the power of the Echo, he was able to take on another body. I'm thinking more the latter, but that's my theory. No doubt he'll probably be happy to tell us if we ever get reintroduced. After all, we are his first friend. She's went to Namai. Gone like the morning dew. Though his face betrays little sign of panic, Hien is plainly desperate to find Yotsuyu before something terrible happens. Okay, let's go to the Namazu. See if Yotsuyu has been passed. Yeah, Gosetsu's given her the idea. I don't think her memory is returned. I think she's trying to do something nice for him. But it's not gonna go well if she reaches Namai. pooping bandits here. No sign of her so far. She might have already crossed the shallows. I have no idea what to expect. Looking forward to it, certainly. Oh, there's Namai in the distance. Christ. She's nowhere to be seen, but we find her hat in the distance. God, the Warrior of Light's a bit slow sometimes, isn't she?
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Don't talk to me, go talk to her. Let's not delay this.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Well, that could have went worse. Though it seems that her memory is returning. Fruits of her labour. Hien's face is a picture of relief. Okay. For the peace of Asai, her stepbrother, seems we'll have to introduce him to Tsuyu again just to prove that her memory is indeed still missing. Oh, yeah, the Imperial airship is there in the distance. There's still Imperials there. We have a few... Lots of wildlife, no Imperials in the castrum now. Okay.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
And here it comes.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look, well.
He's the one who sold her.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
What are those in the background? I was going to say Alphino has this thinking pose. Why do I get the feeling that the conscripts are all dead? After all, Asai never said he was bringing them back alive.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, no, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
And the fact that Gosetsu heard that, he's going to be getting out of bed regardless, isn't he?
Help! Help!
Are they? Oh. It's the foster parents.
Help! Help me!
Why are they here?
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery. You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks, at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
You're gonna try and sell her again? She's gonna kill you.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. to the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Oh, fuck, I just realized. Those chest cups have crystals, don't they?
Please. I don't want to die.
Any sign of her? What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
It looks like her memory came back in bits and pieces. Yeah, we knew what he was like. conscripts and contingencies. Lord Hien seems keen to take stock of the situation. Okay. I'm going to head over to Onokoro and speak to the Confederacy captain. See if we can borrow one of their ships. Okay, we need to inspect the ship they're gonna borrow us in return for some new Confederacy recruits. How do these upper planks look exactly? No sign of damage. Lord Hien's rather enjoying his brief swim in the Ruby Sea. There's a small crack in one of the planks here. Okay. Best let them know. Okay, our ship will have a minor repair. And then time for the prisoner transfer. Get to choose some potions here. I suppose we'll take a potion of intelligence. Before we grab the next mission, I'm going to quickly nip away for a couple of minutes, and then we will be continuing the story. So I'll just mute myself and be right back. So, by the way there, everyone. Okay. The primary agreement. Hien is ready to proceed with the prisoner exchange. We could cross the Ron River, bloody hell, say the words, from the Doman Enclave, but it's probably just as quick to go to Namai and then fly down to meet with the, well, looks like the Confederate skipper, but to then meet with the Imperials. Oh, you can see the ship in the distance there. Oh, we're not going to the ship, I see. I thought we were. Ah, Rasso, you're here. Are you coming along with us? Ah, Tansui is coming with us. He's going to be at the helm.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish!
Well, well. it would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
A summoning not unlike the Archbishop Eorzea.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
He's such a weasel, isn't he?
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run?
Yep. Leave this to us.
Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Castrum Fulminus is now accessible. Great. A Kojin relic, a hidden trove of crystals. Through these tools of ritual summoning, the restored Yotsuyu is reborn as the goddess of the moon, the divinity of light. This being of celestial majesty would rule from on high and drown the lands of Doma in eternal darkness. Will your light shield Hien and his people, or will it flicker and fail before the encroaching abyss? No worries, Bandit. We will start up the duty finder, and as we wait, I will have a quick look at what may be in store for me as a DPS here. Are we going to be synced? We are not going to be synced, but you're meant to be item level 335 here. Okay. There's 3 phases. I like the 3rd phase's name in brackets. The crazy AoE Moon Bunny. Oh, okay. Oh, you're more than welcome to join me. This is also true. So let's have a look at these phases. That seems fairly straightforward. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I need to press the button. Yeah, of course. It's all very dramatic music. No worries, man. So the average wait time is now 11 minutes, so let's wait for some support players, some tanks and some healers. And then Yotsuyu. This is not gonna end in a very nice way. Gonna have a slight classic tragedy tale to it, I think. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, phase 3 could be the fun one, considering the previous skills are all going to be used as well. We're gonna be seriously over geared though for it, so shouldn't be too bad. So once we find the party members that also do it. Ever waiting. This is true. And maybe one of the tanks. Well, there's one healer. It's waiting for the tanks and another healer, and then we'll be ready to go. How are we doing? Waiting for one tank and one healer. Oh, bloody hell. Hey! That sounds a promising noise. Oh, hearing the music so much it's starting to seep into my brain. And here we go. I've forgotten the mechanics already. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come to me. Everyone seems reasonably geared. Oh shit, I overworked. I started a bit strong there.
Your death will be all the sweeter.
This isn't disturbing at all. What? What the hell's Gosetsu doing here? And is he actually here, or is this a figment of her mind? It is, it's a specter Gosetsu.
In darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail.
But I didn't move. Oh, bloody hell.
Suffused with night, I shall prevail. Your end is near. In sunless gloom, black tendrils trail. I'll grind you under my heel!
Damn, this is tough. I have no mana. Holy shit.
I'll grind you under my heel!
I'll grind you under my heel! I'll grind you under my heel!
I don't even have a chance to really admire the scenery. Oh crap! Ah, I got caught.
I'll grind you under my heel!
Ooh! Ow, 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 ow. Painful.
I'll grind you under my heel!
Oh dear. Whew. He didn't run. Kill him.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
A threat that you created.
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe? You cannot, of course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build. Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Dorma. I would have repaid his faith. No one alive loves him more than I. Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
I honestly thought it was Gosetsu appearing to stab him in the back.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead. He will mourn to you, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Lord Xenos. Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
No, he kind of set you up to die, and your death is going to be as a martyr to the Empire.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
We've killed him before, when he was augmented by the power of an icon.
You have prevailed, I see.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Yeah, especially after we tell you what we saw in the Echo.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Are you part of the Populares then? Are you one of the pacifists? Guess we can explain.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
But how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Corps? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphano?
Alphano, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
I think you're gonna die, but... Hey, have your moment.
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
Too late. You should have mentioned that maybe 5 minutes ago.
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Ah, there you are.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
Well, all I can do is wish him well. It feels like something he has to do.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
You know what? I think Alphino left to go to the Empire because he didn't want to face Tataru to tell her that he bought a priceless samurai sword, which Gosetsu was never going to raise again. Ah, yes, this is the apprentice shipwright of the Confederacy. Apparently has returned to Doma. Under the moonlight, Eorzea seems ready to bid farewell to Doma. Eorzea seems determined to go to the Rising Stones, the base of the Signs, of course, but she suggested going to mention the lease about the situation with Lord Xenos apparently being alive. Unfortunately, in the echo, it was him. Hey, Vancred. Okay, we're gonna go investigate Xenos' grave. It's in the locks in an area known as Bloodhow. Okay. Apparently someone was desecrating the grave, or there was signs of desecration. But no one properly checked to see its condition or whether or not he was still inside. I wonder if there'll ever be anything in there. After all, you can fly here and you can also swim into this region. This is... well, Alabathia's skull is the region, but it doesn't say there's anything of interest. Someday, maybe.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
That's a Resistance member, but I don't recognize them. Okay. Bankred has volunteered to replace the cover stone. And then ask around. And we've ended up back at the Rising Stones. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. His father wasn't really pleased, but didn't say much else. Where is this? Oh, this is the research. This is Castrum, Albania? This is the research base, the weapons development area. Is that Cedos? There are two. I mean, at the end of the main storyline, Elidibus and the Emperor were talking about him being a monster. I kind of thought he may have been an experiment. But now there are two. One of which seems to be rather mellow, despite him not wanting to be discovered. Interesting. Emissary of the Dawn. With thoughts of Alphino's plight weighing heavily on her mind, Eorzea might welcome some company. Seems we're gonna sit down and have a chat. After sitting upon this table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I don't understand how the Empire and the Ascians are going to be working together. Since the Ascians want primals to be summoned. Oh, this is Maxima. Who's attacking the Garlean Empire in Magitech? Are we being pulled into a duty? Are we playing as Alphino? We are playing it. Holy hell, what the hell have we got here? Role-playing. Experience what it is to be someone else. So, we have our Moonstone Carbuncle here. We have a Ruin. We have Physic. Tri-Shackle. Which also binds enemies. And we have Starstorm, which is his limit break. And who are you? Wielding Garlean weapons, no less. In a land starved of aether, people live in the burn. Impressive. You could be a Garlean. Well, the mercenary is using Garlean techniques. Oh, I never saw if he was... Ah, yeah, he is a Garlean. I didn't notice his third eye. Still begs the question, who the hell is he? And why are they here? And he knows who Alphino is. Oh, I've heard a rumor about this, actually. About a particular Garlean. If I heard his voice, I could identify it. Is this individual... Did he used to have particular glamours for his armour? That's true, the gunblade does look the same. He's not a fan of the Ascians, not at all. Wait. That white mask. Wasn't that on his armor previously? I'd heard a rumor about that. If he was voice acted there, it would have totally given it away, which is probably why they haven't done it yet. We can offer to help Thancred. We're being introduced to all these new characters, or reintroduced to them. So Thancred is going to try and sneak into the Empire. Y'shtola's going to go to Doma to look into the primals there of the Red Kojin. And we are staying here. It's nice that we get the ponder emote, because we will be pondering. Where is... Ah! It's actually a facial expression. Ah, well. Well. It's getting more interesting. what's even more interesting is this main scenario guide is not actually updated yet. It only goes up to patch 4.5 part 1. Oh well, either way, we're still a little bit away from that. So, we'll end this stream here, and when we come back, we will be going into patch story content 4.4, also known as Prelude in Violet. Interesting, very interesting. I'm glad that rumors turned out to be true. I won't actually give his name in case anyone's still pondering and wants it to be a surprise. But, yeah. I look forward to the big reveal. So, I'll come back with 4.4 most likely tomorrow. What a twist. Come back with it 4.4, and we might actually go into 4.5 and 4.5 part 2 as well, depending on how many hours I want to sink into Final Fantasy XIV on a day off. But, yes, thank you all for joining me, either here on Twitch or later on YouTube if you're watching the series in the future, later on. And hopefully I'll see you for even more next time, but in the meanwhile, enjoy the rest of your days. Until then, no. Bye-bye now.